Guys, that's gone. Oh. Still have the power meter issues, I think. Very frustrating. Calibrated that time, we'll see. Why is it showing up there? Did I unplug my ANT Plus dongle maybe? Maybe I did. There we go. Oh, we got a perk ring. Must have been perk ring. 4 people there. my power meter's still really messed up. Left-right balance is way off. And right now the power reading is really, really low. How's everybody doing today? Hope things are going well. Hey, what's up, Carlo? Yeah, I'm just looking at the power meter and stuff. I don't know if it's doing okay or not. Left-right balance is a little off. The numbers seem low again, so I don't know. I'm not using the power meter today. I'm just using the kicker. But we're recording and we're watching. It's significantly low reading right now, though.
Yeah, we need to get right. You can get to the proof. Words fall on deaf ears, 'cause you ain't talking that truth. And this is where it stays. Never clean when it splits. Saying it's a love, fuck it. Only time we love is when we lit. That ain't that a bitch. Sex on the wall, drinks in the drugs, falling pictures in the hall, and we are just gone, but never so close. Sick lie, poison, take another dose. Crash and burn, fall from the sky. See it in your face, this is eating you alive. Heart on your sleeve, won't carry on. This time when we get dressed, I'm gone. Staring at this phone, I should just push send. Digest my words when the clock hits 8 a.m. Appeal out, switch lanes. Lights flash in the street. Pride left in the dark, no heart. Both weak till we meet. Close to my feet, no time for the bed. 3 days no sleep, you know how we get. Bottles on the ground, love's on the counter. In the beginning, who would've thought we would amount to the people just lost. Look at what we did. Maybe it's on me and thoughts that I had. Hearts on our sleeve, won't carry on. This town when we get dressed, I'm gone, gone.
Thanks, man. What's up? Been quiet out there, hasn't it? Today's workout's gonna be a little bit tougher. We do 4 or 5 minutes at basically at threshold. We do 6 1 minutes at VO2 max, and then we do 10-15 seconds sprint. This is a pretty legit workout here. Pedals are consistently 40 watts low now. Something seriously wrong with them. Gotta stick it into Vivero. See what they have to say. No, I've got the B Pros, the previous models. And if I can't do anything with these, I need to decide what's next. Is it duos or is it P2s? Duos are so much cheaper, but man, if you have to have warranty work, it is a pain in the ass to deal with Italy. That's my concern right now.
Used to be so innocent. All the things that happened have changed me. Internally, have changed me. And somehow you tore down all those I placed to keep me safe from going insane. So how do you expect me to fall?
we're at in the knee, Matt Jazz?
To keep me sane from going insane.
Matt Jazz, you're Madison, right?
Do you expect me to fall asleep? I'll do the things you said to me. I'll do the things you made me feel. The night goes on and on. The night
Depends on where it's at in the knee. T2 low is often like the front of the knee. T2 high is often in the back of the knee. But it could be many other things too. So twisted up with how I feel right now. It just felt too easy. But my kicker's been dependable. And the pedals have been off. That felt too easy. I just need to put the cross bike on here. Get a third power meter. Get out of my head a little bit. Tomorrow we'll have the cross bike on here. Run all three devices at once. Do some better bass lines. And right now the pedals are consistently 30 watts lower than the kicker. And the pedals were stupid all over the place yesterday. Like, no way it was a kicker issue yesterday. And like I sent, when I chased back on that race, when the pedals were off, I did a 10-minute best ever PR power with the pedals being crazy high. So no way yesterday's issues were the kicker. So I want to trust the kicker today, but that felt too easy. Like, I don't know, maybe with only 5 minutes that wasn't enough to elevate the heart rate coming into it fairly rested. So knee issues, kind of bad with this part of it. A lot of it depends on where. Like outside of the knee is often IT band. Top of the knee could be saddle too low. Back of the knee could be saddle too high. But it's no guarantee either. I get little niggle aches and pains kind of like that in my knee from time to time. But nothing enough that stops me from doing anything, so I don't try to deal with it at all. Sometimes my knee pain is in the knee, but it's not really my knee, it's the entry point of my quads to the knee there. You know, like that tendon that connects them. Like you're working so hard on your quads that muscle entry point there, connection point gets sore. And I have that from time to time too. So it's just right here on the top of the knee where I get some pain. It can be cleat placement. A lot of times, alignment issues at the bottom of the leg get things off in the knee. So, there's no, like, magic bullet there.
Kicks again.
We're gonna pause this for a minute here. Do one thing quick.
Kicks again.
Let's actually that's not even do that. Let's just do it here.
Kicks again.
While we're doing that, we'll do the same thing on the pedals. We'll try to. Problem is, the pedals haven't been calibrated well. They calibrated that time. Shocker.
Kicks again. Kicks again.
Reset the laps on both the head units to see if they come into line here a little bit.
Kicks again.
Recalibrated both units. Pedals are still pretty low.
Kicks again.
Yeah, pedals are still low. I think it's a pedal issue.
Kicks again.
Thanks, Muncie. Still not sure what to think. Hate when everything gets out of whack. They're about a 20 watt gap now instead of the 35, but still a significant gap with the pedals being real low. Yeah, all's good, Thomas. Yeah, all's good. Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of this. I've got a ticket submitted. Like I said, we'll put the cross bike on next ride. And that gives us a third option. So, we can get a better feel for what... I mean, I'm pretty confident it's all pedals based on the crazy stuff we saw yesterday. But, when you get two that match and one that's off, you can get a little more confidence in what it is. Then I have to decide like where to go from here. Is it you know, if it's warranty, do I spend the money again? I mean, it still ended up costing me like $100 out of pocket with the warranty last time because it's shipping to Italy, back and forth to Italy. Or do I just, if it's the right pedal again, I can convert it to a single-sided B Pro I did that last time and wrote it that way for while we were working through what to do. So I could create a single-sided power meter out of it, and assuming the left pedal's okay, and just buy me a new something, and put the single-sided maybe on the TT bike and just leave it there. And then I wouldn't be doing power meter swaps anymore. And then what to buy? The duos are the best bargain out there, but then I'm in the same predicament if I have warranty issues. I'm shipping to Italy again. Oh, otherwise the workout feels good right now. That's why I've got any doubt at all, is I feel like the workout should be a little harder than what it's been so far. But it may just be my fitness coming around too. Yeah. I think that's where I'm at today with the kicker, is I'm just feeling better on the bike. I'll know more when I get stages on here though. And then I've got another baseline to compare to. I'm gonna turn on the big fan for the big set here. Thanks, Stevie. Now my pedals are higher than my kicker. They went the other way. Pedals are just all over the place. Nice, man, yeah. So, the rule on sick is what? If it's, neck up, you're good to go, man. But, get down into the chest, or the abdomen, time to rest. A few days off the legs always feels super.
Me saying words and
Kicker and the pedals are 2 watts different now. What the hell? Yeah, so what is it like? In the head, go ahead. Settles in the chest, better rest. this interval's spot on the same pedals to kicker.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images, yeah. And it's the way that you
And it's the pedals that have changed. My heart rate hasn't increased
can't
a lot from interval to interval, so the kicker is consistent.
You've got me saying words in
Yeah. Threshold first, VO2 max next, and then sprint to finish. This is the Crit Crusher plan. Yeah, this is a good workout. The other ones in this plan so far have been pretty weak. Like, less than 50 TSS week. Those were nearly identical kicker to pedals, so the pedals are good all of a sudden. I'm okay with both of them. I was a little bummed yesterday. I got on to do a TT, and there wasn't any. It looks like they canceled a lot of the events. So I checked on Friday, and it was like they had TTs all weekend, like every hour. So I was like, oh, Sunday, I'll get on and do one and check it out. I was actually going to do a few. Yeah. They've got some bugs. I did watch a live stream of somebody doing it. And like overall, I think it's a good concept. I actually had I had an idea on the TTs to actually improve it even more. The idea of some of this gate stuff they've got. So I'll talk about that here in a second. But mean, I think the TT function's pretty cool, releasing guys together like that. I'm assuming they fixed it where we can use TT bikes now, and that kind of thing, all the TT bikes. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The Ghost power-up, yeah, I'm okay with it. Like, it's gonna suck when somebody uses it at the wrong time and all that, but I'm not. If you're gonna have power-up racing, I'm okay with it being another power-up. I do agree with making it, you can't have it at the end of a sprint, or at the end of a race. I don't think they need to turn off all power-ups for a sprint, but they talked about it like the invisible not working the last 200 meters. I think it needs to not work like the last kilometer, not 200 meters. You can still attack at 400 meters with the Ghost, like out of a pack, and nobody will know you're gone. That's not right. Like, I could drop it, go orange numbers at 400, 500 meters, and just be completely freaking gone for the end of the race. I don't like that. You gotta have enough room to recover from it if somebody uses it at the end of the race, and a reasonable amount of time to recover. So, I'd say a kilometer would be the better spot that would not work anymore. But overall, yeah, I'm okay with it. I think it's okay. I didn't see if they did, so I don't know, Steely. I'm assuming it's going to be less than... It's going to be the same as some of the other ones, so I'm assuming it's going to be 30 seconds or less. The part I don't know about it that I'd be curious to is, can you draft with it? So can you see the other riders? They can't see you. Can you see them? Are you still able to draft them? So if somebody attacks, can I drop it and ride the wheel off the front? So can you team attack with it? 2 of us have invisible, 1 doesn't. The guy that doesn't attacks. The other 2 drop invisible and go with him, and the pack doesn't know it. And they're drafting them. After this set, I want to talk TT more too. I've got an idea on the TT mode that I think would be awesome. Pedals are 15 watts low again. Those went well. Too well, almost. So, time trial. What I'd like for the time trial, but I think this is going to take a lot of conditions to account for here to not make it a bad experience. But I think it'd be really cool to have real time trial scenarios. So turn the draft on for everybody, but enforce the draft rules of a time trial. So if you get within, let's say, 8 or 9 meters of a rider, a clock starts, and if you don't cross their front wheel within 30 seconds or whatever that time is, there's some sort of penalty to you. And then once you pass a rider, that rider has to drop off of you, going backwards. You're not required to continue to pull away, which that's the normal kind of like time trial, or that's the triathlon draft rules. I honestly don't know like the ICU, or the true World Federation rules for TTs, but I think it'd be cool to be able to slip past somebody with that draft like you can in real life. Yeah, the UCI rules. So, like, now, why I see that being an issue, and you'd have to find a way to resolve that, like, in triathlon, if you get into that draft zone, that 7 meter zone, you can't slow down and back out of it. You have to pass the rider. So you can't slide up and back up, slide up and back up. If you get into that draft zone, you have to pass them. So what I think they have to guard against is someone intentionally trolling. So somebody's catching me. I see them 5 meters behind me, and all of a sudden I sprint. Like, you can't penalize the chaser for pulling up into the draft zone and then the leader being a tool, right? So there's got to be some, I think in general, it should require the chaser to pass if they get into the draft zone. But I think there needs to be some sort of logic to bypass that rule if that front person increases their pace. Or if someone enters your draft zone from behind, maybe it holds you at that speed. Not necessarily holds you at that speed, but doesn't allow you to go any faster until they pass you. So if they enter your draft zone at 27 miles an hour, or maybe it's your watts per kilogram. If your average watt per kilogram for the race is 4.0, like, it won't let you do over that while they're in your draft zone or something. Like, there's got to be a way to buffer from that guy trying to sprint on you, and just being a troll. I think they need to bring the draft back for the TT bike stuff. So I think that would be the other fun element to the TT. Oh baby, here we go. Thanks. These will be harder. 1 minute. Whew. 1 down. 5 to go. So does that TT concept make sense? You guys think I'm crazy? It's okay if you think I'm crazy.
Who needs light when we're among the stars?
Anybody see the leaked information on the race? The race is coming up? My heart rate's recovering well.
Lost in time and loving in the dark. Who needs light when we're among the stars?
A lot of rest in this workout. That last set will get hard though, because there's only 15-second sprints and then 45-second rest.
Lost in
I'm gonna shorten these up.
lost in time and loving in the dark. Hold me tight when we're
I'm gonna hit it again here. These don't need 5 minutes rest. 2 minutes is enough. We'll do 5 minutes after the last one. So, before the sprint. We're gonna go 2 minutes the rest of them here though.
fall into your mind, waiting just to feel alive. Another change. Cutting from the thoughts within. The clarity is wearing thin. Another time to
Alright, here we go.
holding on to what we find. We don't wanna lose this fight. You, me, and gravity.
Thanks, you. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for saying hi.
Strong enough to reach the line. Are we on the final time? Forgive our lies, but we're cautioned by the hopes we had. Thinking we could make it through. Another chance to change this. Holding on to what we find. We don't wanna lose this fight. You, me, and gravity.
Nice, Thomas, yeah. I feel pretty damn good in this today, so like really good. I mean, I'm working, but nowhere near like these kind of, completely smoking me. My heart rate is coming down like awesome between them. I'm only resting for 2 minutes. And I'm still getting great heart rate recovery. Yeah, it is. It is, let me look here. What are they? 415 divided by. These are 125. Right now my FTP is set at 330. My pedals are crazy. They were 5 watts low on that one, which is good. They were 30 watts low on the previous one. They're just completely crazy. Okay, yeah. So Weebles, were you still using your same power device for power, or were you using the kicker to read the power too? One thing I've experienced on the new kickers when I get them, it takes about 80 or 100 miles to loosen them up, so to speak. First ride or two when I test them against my power meter, they've always been a decent amount low. 10, 15 watts. So, if it was really early on the kicker, you were using it as your power source, and it's followed the trend that I've seen, if it was hitting you 15 watts low, I mean, that freaking hurts on a threshold effort. Because instead of doing 350, you're actually doing 365. And that's a big difference. Now they seem, in my experience, to once you run them through a few heat cycles and flog on them a bit, that issue goes away. We gotta hit our last one here, just in time for the hill. Perfect. Yeah, I think it might have been that. Yeah. I bet your kicker was still in that loosening up phase. We'll do the full 5 minutes here. Be ready for the sprint. Yeah, but was that power check after those threshold intervals, Weebles? Like, by the end of the threshold intervals, it might have been pretty well broken in. It could be, yeah, the ergometer works a little different. The threshold intervals could have broken the kicker in good. If you did a spin down after those, you might have been good, yesterday, but bad when you did the threshold intervals. When I say bad, it was maybe a couple percentage. When you get a couple percent doing longer threshold work, that hurts. Okay, question. FTP is 95% of your 20-minute effort. So take that 250 times 0.95. So 250 times 0.95, 237.5. So 237 is your number. So 237 is the estimated amount of watts that you can maintain for 60 minutes, which is your FTP. So it's 95% of your 20-minute test is what you should base your zones on. Hope that clarifies things for you. So when you reference FTP, calculate like watts per kilogram and FTP, use that 237 number. Your 250 would be your personal best 20 minutes, which is what you use to calculate FTP, but it's a percentage. we good, Weebles. How do you like the kicker feel? I mean, it's quiet, right? The hammer feels really good. I loved the way the hammer felt. The new kicker feels really good too. So, I haven't ridden them side by side. The hammer felt better than the old kickers, but I feel like the new kicker feels a little better. So it might be similar to the hammer on feel. Yeah, the morale kind of sucks when you have a bad workout, but that happens, man. Sometimes it's equipment, sometimes it's physical, but it happens. My pedals are completely screwed now. My pedals currently say that I have an 80% left strength balance, and they're reading 60 watts. Currently reading an 82-18 left-right balance. So, they were doing half-ass decent for a while, but this last 5 minutes they went completely apeshit. So these 15-second intervals, I actually just sprint them. Yeah, hammer's just butter smooth. But then the kicker's quiet, right? Which almost gives you the sense of it being smoother, right? So I think that makes a difference too. Yeah, I am doing erg mode on the sprints. Yeah, I started a lower cadence. Rather than ramping into it, I let it start at a low cadence, and I sprint through it. Oh, welcome to Swift, buddy. Love to answer questions. You got any more, shoot away, man. After these sprints, I'll have 10 minutes to talk. So I appreciate the questions, and fire away. So on the intervals, I let them start at a low cadence. I get out of the saddle, sprint till the cadence gets high, and sit back down. It's just like sprinting through the ERG mode. If you ramp into it, it's hard to get a sprint out of it. And I'm actually getting down on my hoods, or on my drops to do it too. Last time my pedals went bad, my cadence went screwy too. My cadence is still good. And that comes from my pedals. Yeah, I could. I like these 15 seconds like this though. Keeps me from over pushing the sprint. Push hard to get over the top of the cadence and then spin it out.
I have seen Killer Bee So, if I ramped into it, it would be slow. What I'm doing is, I don't kick until I feel the kicker with a little drag on it. So, the kicker, you'll notice I kick about a second after the banner. So that means the kicker locks down on me a little bit, and then I sprint through it. If I ramped up before the banner got here, it takes a while for the resistance to catch the setting. So you can really make it feel different by how you react to the banner. Yeah, now, some of them I'll do differently. I'm trying to make these sprint intervals. If I was falling apart, I would ramp into them to make them easier. But I'm purposely overshooting the beginning to get harder sprints. By the way, M4, nice FTP for just starting. Anything above 200 is no slouch, man. That's good work. Especially if you're just starting. That's fantastic. Number 8. Two more. Nice job, Steely. So you on recover? You rest now a little bit? You off the build? Nice, rest week. Feel like Superman next week. One more. And we're done, baby. Over the top. Cruise or home. Thanks, man. Good workout, but felt like it should have been harder. Maybe that's just fitness. I think the cooldown will jump me up 250 or so and pull me back from there. Yeah. This is a good workout. Not quite hard enough that it would really have much of a potential of failure. I shortened up the rest on the VO2 max intervals. Took the 5 minutes down to 2 minutes. So this workout's going to be like 332, 333 instead of, 132, 133 versus 146 for the time. Was gonna ride tonight, but I ordered shutters for the house and they came in, so I may go pick those up. Yeah. It's a good workout though. We got a TSS up over 600 last week. Highest it's been in a while. We'll be pushing for 700-800 this week. May do a 70-mile gravel ride / race Sunday. So if anybody's Southern Wisconsin, Northern Illinois, let me know. We could hook up and ride a gravel race together, gravel ride. I'm not really looking to hardcore race as much as just ride. I'm excited to get the new shutters on my house. My current shutters are aluminum and they're oxidized. They look really bad. But otherwise it's brick and nice siding, so I think it'll really make the front of my house look a lot better. Something I've been putting off doing, I don't know why. Otherwise, we've got a fairly nice newer home. It was only like 25 years old, so. But the shutters they put on it when it was built new were aluminum and they just oxidized real bad. So, it had like oxidation running down the brick underneath them and stuff. So, like, new vinyl shutters are like $20 a window. I'm gonna have like $110 in shutters and, completely change the look at the front of my house. Kim Little, are you watching me right now? You are just wrong. Sorry. Kim just sent the most inappropriate Facebook messenger. Oh, cracking me up. Yeah. Some exciting stuff coming, guys. Gosh, it's gotta be coming soon, so stay tuned to Swift Racing channels over the next couple weeks. Some fun stuff coming. Had a big race weekend for the family. Don't know if I talked about this earlier on stream. So this weekend was the family triathlon for us. My daughter swam, I rode the bike, and my son ran. So first highlight, my daughter. She rocked the swim. She's officially faster than her father. I've done the triathlon 7 times, and she beat my best time in the pool by 15 seconds. So I'm officially the slow old man in the pool who gets beat by his 9-year-old daughter. And I couldn't be prouder. And then, I did a good job on the bike. Overall, the pace wasn't quite what it typically is for me with that power number that I did, but I also wasn't like hardcore trimmed out for racing. You know, it's on my time trial bike, my fast wheels. I wore my tri-suit instead of my speed suit, because I was running with my son afterwards, and we'll get to that in a second. I didn't put on my shoe covers. My shoe covers are getting kind of tore up, and they were taped up in a few spots and stuff, and I was just like, this is for fun. I didn't put on my shoe covers. I'm going to buy some new ones before I have a legit time trial coming up. And I didn't shave my legs. And then the actual road conditions are getting pretty poor on that course, so I think that's influencing my time a little bit too. So I've got a lot of runs on this course over the last 4 years. But there seems to be consistently getting, for the power numbers, they're getting slower. So I'm continuing to get faster. But if I would have done this power 4 years ago, I would have been like 2.5, 3 mile an hour faster. So I think all those things kind of added up. And actually the conditions, the wind conditions, the wind was increasing throughout the race. And it was a tailwind going out and a headwind coming back. So I think I had more wind fighting me, you know, going out than what I had pushing me coming back, or vice versa. I had less wind pushing me out than I had fighting me coming back. So I think all those things like made the overall speed a little low. It's still over 25. It's like 25.5 miles an hour. Still plenty fast, but it was my PR power on the course. I held almost 330. I did 328. Like 35 minutes, which is super high for me on the TT bike. So overall, I was happy with the time trial. I felt good. I raced well. The bike was good. You know, all things there. So my son, it was his first ever 5K. Been running on the treadmill all winter, trying to stay in shape. So, he was a little unsure, like, how to run the course. He was afraid he'd run too fast, all that. So I was like, hey, when I come into transition, I'll give you the chip. You take off. I'll change my shoes, and I'll come catch you. So the course kind of comes out, goes over a block, goes up, and then comes back across. So I cut that over and back off the course, and I caught him at, like, the quarter-mile mark. Maybe half-mile mark. I came out, you know, I don't know, maybe 50 meters behind him, and I kept trying to close on him. And I'm dying, you know, I just get off the bike doing a 35-minute time trial. I looked down at my watch, I'm running 6:30s. I'm not catching him. I'm like, okay, one more kick. I look down, I'm running a 6-minute mile. He's still, I'm not catching him. So with about a mile into the race, I just yelled at him, I said, go. I'm not catching you. It's an out and back course, so he took off and I started walking. So we ran the last mile back in together, and by then he had slowed down to like a 7-minute pace. So overall, he ran a 22-minute 5K in his first 5K. I mean, typically I can run that pace in a triathlon, but I haven't been running lately, so he just dead dropped me, which was great. I was super proud of him. So overall, a really, really good race. So somebody's giving me instructions on how to do the looking to see how to get instructions. Weebles, you were asking about the factory spin down. Yeah, Thomas, he's 19. He sent me a text the next morning and he's like, my legs hurt so bad. He said once he got up and got moving, it was a little better. But he beat their legs up pretty good. which is good, right? I mean, young man. But he also, like, when he first got done with the race, he's like, I think I'm gonna puke. Oh my god, that was hard. Holy crap. And then, like, later that day, he sent me a text. Hey, where was I at in the overall standings on the run? Like, I know I didn't do the whole race, but, like, where'd I end up on my race time? So, like, then, like, the competitive start. Weebles, if you, here's what. Let me see if it's there or not. I posted this asking the question, and this was the response I got. I haven't looked at it yet. But I also got, this back. Those were the two comments I got back. So apparently, like, the regular Wahoo app doesn't have it anymore, but the utility tool does. Maybe. So if you're interested in that, yeah, I'm gonna do one on this one too. Being a fresh Wahoo. All right, we're at 36 miles. We're gonna call this one good. Oh, good workout. We got a disaster of a power meter. No, there's actually a tool. It's actually an app called Wahoo Utility versus just Wahoo or something like that. So it's different. Hey, what's up, Basalt? Yeah, there's a different tool that's the utility tool. I haven't used it in a long time, but I used to have it installed. Alright, I was just checking out how things look. Let's see who's out there. Anybody riding Zwift? Are we gonna be... looks like, was this Gavin Hughes, maybe? Nope. He's not live anymore. He went live and was done. Cross country time. Nice. You made a new friend, Basalt. Who's that? Everybody's nice to the noob, aren't they? 2017. Nice. The whole team CLS. Uh-oh. What'd you do, Basalt? Scared of what Basalt did. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it quits here. Nice, Basalt. Hey, that's racing, man. That's good racing. Nice work. I won't be here the rest of the day today, I don't think. I think I'm gonna go get those shutters for the house and take a look at that today. I'll probably be here tomorrow this time. Tomorrow night is gonna be golf, probably. So I may be here tomorrow this time doing another workout or a ride or something. Probably not a workout. I don't think I unlock another workout till Wednesday. So I think it'll just be maybe riding or racing. I said golf, yeah. I do Tuesday night golf outings with my men's group now. So next ride we will get out here with the cross bike and the Stages power meter. so we can get a little better feel and make sure the kicker's looking good too. The pedals are pretty well jacked right now, and we'll wait to hear from Favero on those. Yeah, I'm not a golfer, Basalt. I actually need to go to the driving range and figure out how to hit a ball straight. But we'll work on that. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. So it's a good chatty workout. Lots of viewers out here. Glad you guys joined. Glad we could chit chat a little bit. Hope to get some racing in too. I'll probably be about 50% racing, 50% workouts here for the next few weeks, with some other fun stuff coming. So stay tuned in and stay in touch, and we'll have some fun here. So talk to everybody later.